Painting at home with a file in hand, blinging up tipsy, got the sleuthing planned. Nails by Misty, I craft and I slay, with true crime tales while we polish all day. Charms, chrome killers and glue, DIY nails with a crime-loving crew.
Hi everyone, it's T. Welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate you stopping by. It is Friday, July 18th, and I had a little procedure done this morning. No big deal. Everything's all good. Totally routine. But I have the whole day off because of it. So I thought I would take advantage and play with some nails, and I wanted to bring you along for the ride. But before we get started, I got my latest PR package from Born Pretty. So I wanted to show you all of the really cool things that I got from them. So this showed up just a few days ago, and I was so excited because some of the things that they sent me, I actually had in my cart already and was going to purchase, but then they reached out and said, "Hi, would you be interested in working with us again?" And I said, "Why, yes, I would. I'd love to." So they sent me over some products to try, and then I had also ordered some stuff from Born Pretty. So we'll go through the PR stuff first, and then I'll show you what I actually purchased with my own money. So, all right. The very first one we have here is called Peacock SG11, and it says it's from the Sequin Glitter Gel collection. And I have two of these. Hold on one sec. All right. So again, I have two of these that they sent me. They sent me this one that just screams that it needs to be made into some sort of peacock nails, if you ask me. I mean, look at that. It looks to be a clear base, maybe a little bit of gray. I'm not quite sure. Definitely that green iridescent glitter is just packed in there. We're going to swatch these. You know what? Let me grab some swatchers right now. One sec. And we can just do it while we're here, right? I mean, I don't know what I'm waiting for. I have these and some other ones that I want to swatch, so I figure today is the perfect day to do it. All right, so let's swatch that first one and see what it looks like, shall we? Oh gosh, look at that. That green glitter, that green iridescent glitter is just like, whoa, really? Wow. It's one of those ones that you have to judge, like I like to say, because of the fact that, you know, it's more of a topper. I would say that for this, if you wanted to use this on your whole nail, I personally would probably put some sort of a base on it first, just to give it some sort of color, and then put this on the top. But gosh, look at how pretty that is. So it's definitely a clear base that it's in. But let me see if I can get as close as I can. It's got black and green flake in there and really super tiny glitter. I'm turning it upside down just because it's really kind of heavy. So I want it to sit on top of our butterfly. All right, so again, that is SG11. This is SG10. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, do you see that? Come on, you can do it. Look at that. Beautiful, big, chunky glitter. So let's pull this out. Yeah, this is so pretty. Again, more of a topper in my opinion because the clear base, so you can put this on top of anything that you want to zhuzh up. But think about this, you put this on top of a jelly pink. Oh, yummy. Okay, so we're just kind of pushing the glitter around, zhuzhing it again, like I like to say. Put that in the lamp and let that cure. We're only going to do one coat of each one of those. This is Nude Jelly JN75. And this is, oh, it's a milky. So it's a milky white with super, super fine. Come on, you can do it. Super fine glitter. Do you see that? So it's got that super ultra fine glitter in it, but it's a milky white. That's going to be pretty. Not sure if I have one like that now. I'm trying to think. You know, I know I have multiple milky whites because we know I love my milky polishes. But I'm not sure if I have a milky white that has like that ultra fine like glitter in it. Huh. Well, we'll know when I finally get to the end of swatching all of my polishes. And this is not a cat eye. We'll just double check and make sure. Yes, not a cat eye. Because one of these is a cat eye. I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure it's the one in here that's the cat eye. Yep, that's the cat eye. I can hear the magnet. So this is nice. This is, ooh, a 15 ml bottle. I will say that I like the 15 ml with the Born Pretty because it's honestly, the handle's longer, everything. It's just easier for my big hands. It really, really is. This is, oh, Champagne MY277. Oh, this one's so pretty. Look at that. Is that beautiful or what? And this is a cat eye. So we're going to grab their magnet. Oh, it's very, very responsive too. Look at that. So that beautiful gold with like a brown base. It's a rich brown base too. I like that. Not a big fan of brown. I don't hate it or dislike it completely like Alicia does. She's not a fan of brown, and that's putting it mildly. But it's not the first color I go to, that's for sure. All right, so here's our first one, and we're gonna put not only clear, but also matte, and then we will do those last two. We will swatch those last two. Or sorry, that last one. I had to look at it for a second. I was like, wait, I'm missing something here. It's because we also have their Watercolor Nail Gel, which is their blooming gel. Pretty excited about it. I like blooming gel. It's fun to play with. And I hadn't played with it in a while and got it out recently. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to play with my blooming gel some more because it is just so much fun. And there's just so many different ways you can use it too, right? Marbling, water. I mean, hell, you can end up just drawing on your nail if you've got some blooming gel on it, a really thin coat with some of your... My dog is just losing his ever-loving mind. I don't know what's going on. My guess is someone's either walking their dog or someone's getting a package delivered and did not ask his permission to do it. So if you will hold on, I'll be right back. All right. I thought he had stopped. I was like, okay, he's stopped. Let me start again. And as soon as I hit record, he starts barking again. What is the deal, mister? Okay, I was correct. It was a delivery. It was a delivery to my house. All right, so let's look at our first one here. So again, this is SG11, right-hand side, clear, left matte, and SG10. Oh, look at that. That is so pretty. It's gonna look gorgeous over another color. And then this one is, again, JN75. Oh, that's pretty. So hopefully you can see it's got little tiny micro glitter in it. So, and then let's do our last one here, which is that MY277, that champagne color cat eye that they sent me. Oh, butterflies upside down. Oh, look how pretty. Yes, this is lovely. I think with this one, what we'll do is we will do a base coat of the color, and then we will do the cat eye effect on the second coat. While that's going on, let's go ahead and open this up so we can look at their blooming gel, which they call Watercolor Gel. Now, blooming gel tends to be very thick, which is kind of what's nice about it. Oh, this is actually a thinner blooming gel. We're gonna have to play with it and see. Generally, 9 times out of 10, blooming gels, when you cure them, cure with no sticky layer. So we will find out about that. Gosh, sorry, got an itch. All right, so let's put our second coat on here. All right, so it's funny because I personally am not a fan of champagne. I think it's kind of tasting. Unless it is one of those drinks that tastes like super fruity where you can't taste the alcohol in it, I'm not a huge fan. But all right, let's play with this a little, see what we can get going here. It is so responsive. I mean, look at that. Come on, there we go. See that? Ah, that's so pretty. All right, we're gonna let that cure. While that's curing, oh gosh, my arm is itching so bad. I do not know why. I'm gonna grab out a swatcher, and we're actually going to give it a base coat of black on it. So here is that cat eye before we top coat it. Very pretty. I mean, look at all of that dimension. Gorgeous. So, shiny on the right, matte on the left, like always. This is just so pretty, this champagne color. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to put an even coat of this. It's the NJ75 on top of there, which is that milky white with the super, super fine glitter in it. So what I want to do is I'm just going to, we're going to kind of do this like that water effect where we drop a drop of the blooming gel in different spots on the nail, and then let it bloom out and see what we get. So pretty. So that's one coat of that on top of that Vendini black I have, right? So let's grab here's the back. There we go. Didn't want to use the back. Put our nail down. Let's put a little bit. I do not want to spill this. It is so pretty. Let's take it out and look at it real quick before we move on. I mean, really. Beautiful. All right, so let's put those there. Okay. A little bit of matte, or a little bit of their blooming gel right here. I'm going to grab one of my nail brushes. And I'm just going to start touching it to the nail. Now, I can tell you, looking close at this, that fine glitter is holographic. I'm just going to put little dots all over. And the dog has decided he's going to start barking again. Not a delivery from me, I can guarantee you that. I do not have anything that I am expecting until later today. Like that, until later today. Just going around and putting little dots of this blooming gel all over this nail. And we're going to let them bloom out. So if you can see, that looks so dope. I'm going to take and bring it down so I can see it just a little better and put a few more on here. I think I want one like right here, a big one. And they're going to start actually touching each other soon, like those two over there. And when they do, it's going to give such a different look. You'll see it almost kind of like a snake pattern. And I'm just doing a bunch of little dots now. And my dog's literally getting yelled at one moment. All right, sorry. That time it was the dreaded mail carrier. So he saved us. It was a miracle. You can see we have all those little dots that we've added with the blooming gel. I am just letting it sit. Taking the glasses off so I can look at it closer. I want to see how much it will bloom. It is most definitely blooming. So I'm turning it upside down to see if that's going to like have any effect on what we're doing. So I'm going to see what it'll look like. Not much. Let's see, maybe a couple more little dots. Just like little ones. Now, the thing I always have an issue with blooming gel is the fact that your nail can get really fat if you're not careful. I really like how it's moving though. It's not moving too quickly, so you can work with it if you want to. Oh, I think that looks really cool though, look. Hopefully you can see all the different blooming going on. Alrighty, so we're going to put that in the lamp. We're going to cure that for 60 seconds. And then we're going to grab another swatcher. This swatcher, again, we're going to give it a black base to work with. Fluff in it, but you know what? I'm just effing around, so I'm going to leave that fluff because I do not want to jack it up. What we're going to do now is on that one black nail, I'm going to totally give it a layer of blooming gel, and then we're going to use some of this white nude jelly that we have here. We're going to put it down right there, and we're going to use some of that on our nail and see how it blooms. So let's put our swatch ring back on there. We do not want to lose our swatch ring. So again, this is the JN75 with that really super fine glitter. Hopefully you can see the hollow in it. All right. So this is the one that had the blooming gel that we put on top, right? So now I'm going to put I was going to touch it, but I'm not going to touch it at all. Wanted to see if it was sticky, but I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not going to. We are not going to do that. We're just going to give it a nice coat of clear. Make sure we got, I mean, literally. There we go. Definitely got the edges this time. Okay, so we're going to use our blooming gel. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to grab a brush here and use the blooming gel we have on here already. We do not want to waste any. Okay, so just a nice even coat of that blooming gel, and I obviously have something in this brush that needs to be cleaned. Sometimes I wonder about myself because I can see speckles in my blooming. We're just playing though, so I'm going to pick up some of this and I'm just going to give myself some points where I want to connect my lines, right? So I want to come over here. I want to come over here, start with one, and then here, right? So at least it gives myself some place to aim for. So now I'm just kind of going like this. Come over here and do one of these things, and then like that. And we're going to let that sit and bloom and see. It's a little thick right through there, so I'm just dragging it a little bit through here because I want it to bloom out a little bit more. So we're going to let that bloom for a sec and see what we get. I'm just going to sit that down. And here is the nail we played with earlier with that blooming gel. So this is the black base with that jelly, that white milky jelly over it with the blooming gel dots. That's so trippy looking, like right there. I mean, it gives me very much like, I'm not sure what it is, but it's very cool looking, I think. All right, so let's look at this. It is blooming quite lovely. Look at how pretty that is. Blooming out quite nicely. Soft edges, which is what we like with the blooming gel. Doesn't look like it's super thick. Yeah, That's really pretty. I'm just going to turn it upside down for a second. Or two. Turn it back. And we're going to put that in the lamp. We're going to cure that. All right, so again, here we have, putting the glasses back on so I can see a little better again, that black base, and we put that milky white on top of it that you can see, and then we did drops of blooming gel on it. Now imagine what that would look like with matte and just clear, a shiny on top of our dots. Not all our dots, some of our dots. Let's try it out, shall we? That's what this is all about. So let's see, what's this gonna look like for us? So we're gonna matte this whole nail, and then once we matte it, then we're gonna go back in with the shiny on just some of those dots that we made, just to give it a different look, just to kind of play around. That's what this is all about, right? All right, so here is that black nail with the blooming gel on it with that beautiful white jelly. And I was correct. Very, very little stick. I mean, barely anything. I have a couple of them that when they cure and it feels almost like top coat. This has just the tiniest stick to it. So we're gonna give it a wipe. Wipe that baby down. Pull that nail out. And then we're gonna give this a clear top coat. Now with blooming gel, I do like to use a little bit of a thicker top coat because that blooming gel is going to give you a little bit of a texture to that nail. Now you can do a coat of top coat, a thicker top coat, let it cure all the way, and then give it a buff. Clean it off really well and then top coat it again and it will be a little smoother. You just want to be careful with blooming gel when you're buffing it so you don't buff into whatever you've bloomed on the nail. So here it is with the matte top coat on it, right? So now what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to put some of this clear right here. I'm going to clean off my liner brush, and we are just going to put a little bit of clear on some of these spots that we bloomed so that you can see them. Just think it'll look interesting. Just playing around. Have you tried the Born Pretty blooming gel, or as they call it, their watercolor gel yet? If you have, let me know in the comments below. Do you like it? I'm having a good time with it so far. I think it's quite fun. All right, so the lamp just went off on that other one. We're gonna let it sit in the lamp for a second and cool off while I finish top coating these. I am highly impressed with Born Pretty's stuff. I feel like it's a really affordable brand, but they have a lot of really interesting products. The only thing I wish is they had more of their collections instead of just 10 ml bottles, 15 ml bottles. Because again, I have big hands. That's the only reason. They're very nice collections. I very much like them. And I've gotten some that are the 7.5. Oh, that's comedy. That is pure comedy when you try to send that to me because I have such big hands. All right, so our last one, I think that's our last one. All right, we're going to put that in the lamp. Let that cure and take this one out. And here we have the black with that jelly that we bloomed on top of it. Oh, that's so pretty. I really like how that looks. See, I feel like this would be an incredible, like, kind of Milky Way, like start to a Milky Way design. If you were doing a space design, this would be a great way to start it. Very, very much like that. So let's clean off our brush. Let's throw this away. We don't want to get it on anything. And again, Born Pretty was nice enough and generous enough to send me these products, and I am extremely thankful and grateful. So thank you so much, Born Pretty. I appreciate it immensely. Again, we have SG10 from the Sequin Glitter Gel Collection. So pretty. SG11 from the same collection, screams peacock. I mean, screams it. The JN75, that milky white with the pretty, pretty ultra fine glitter in it. The champagne, which is the MY277, so it is a cat eye. And look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. And then we have, again, their watercolor nail gel. So their blooming gel. Love it, love it, love it. Here is the first nail that we made with it. Very abstract. That's very funky looking. I really kind of like how that looks. Like just how it feels with the bumps on top, very fun. And then here is the black with that milky white jelly polish with the micro ultra fine glitter in it, and the blooming. That is, it did such a nice job of blooming that, and I can run my finger down it. It's not too, like, I don't feel too much. And I guess it is a thicker, like I said, a thicker top coat, but I didn't have to buff at all, like at all. So yeah, all in all, I am very, very happy. And again, thank you so much, Born Pretty. I really appreciate it. I love the products that they sent me. I am so, so very thankful. If you would like to check out any of these products, you can use my discount code, which is going to be in the description. And to save yourself a little bit of money, I would greatly appreciate it. It's 10% off. It's Miss T10. So it's MISTE 10, and it saves you 10% off. Hey, it's a little money, you know. In this day and age, we all want to save a little bit. Again, thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I would love to wish you all peace, love, and joy. Have a great, great day. Mwah! Bye!
Fixing colors, designs on the go, in a world where mysteries glow.